not a game. This is a 12-week job interview. Never, ever, ever underestimate me.
14 people came to London in search of a job.
I don't like liars. I don't like cheats. I don't like bullshitters. I don't like schmoozers. I don't like arse lickers.
They've come to battle it out for a job with Sir Alan Sugar.
I would have told you to piss off.
Tough and uncompromising, Sir Alan is at the top of his game with a global empire worth £700 million. He's offering one job with a 6-figure salary.
I'm gonna fucking win this now if it kills me.
To get it, they'll have to work and live together and face a weekly business task.
You can't fucking fire me!
You feel the pressure is building?
This is the ultimate job interview.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Last week...
What's going on, boys?
It's a game, isn't it?
The thing is that the girls, they're not mentally strong like our team. They've got a lot of weak characters in there.
Having lost the previous task, the girls were determined to beat the boys.
Today's task is designing and innovating a product. The bad news is I'm going to give you the worst consumers in the world, children.
The two teams were told to design a toy.
This is a trading game with a twist.
The boys all agreed on an electronic version of the card game Top Trumps.
Oh,
limits what we can do.
Fantastic!
Most of the girls backed the idea of an exploding robot, but were overruled by project manager Lindsay.
I know that you've all got personal opinions, but please cast those aside.
In the boardroom, Lindsay presented Sir Alan with her idea of a game based on secret messaging.
My observations are that it's a bunch of cards. Sounds a bit boring to me. Boys, you've won.
As project manager of the losing team, Lindsay had to choose 2 people to join her in the firing line.
I'm going to be picking Adele and Miriam.
Unsurprisingly, they weren't impressed.
Who should go out of you 3?
Lindsay, without any shadow of a doubt.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Lindsay, because she didn't listen to her team.
Lindsay, I'm not liking what I'm hearing here.
And we decided on the way back.
Excuse me, you decided.
You made a decision in the end, and that decision is going to cost you. Lindsay, you're fired.
Lindsay became the second casualty of the boardroom. Now 12 remain to fight for the chance to become the Apprentice. Back at the house, the other candidates are waiting to see who will return from the boardroom.
I'll tell you what, I think Miriam will definitely come back. 110%.
I think that as well.
Without a doubt.
I
I think it's going to be how strong Adele puts her argument forward and how Lindsay puts her argument forward.
Because Lindsay was project management and Adele...
Yeah, and Adele didn't really contribute.
No. I think it'd be a shame if Lindsay went because she made the wrong call and it was a pretty big call to mess up. However, I think you do have to have a certain amount of admiration for someone who's prepared to put their neck on the line and go against the grain. Had it have been the right decision, it would have been fantastic for her, you know. Unfortunately, it was a wrong decision. It was wrong in a big, big way.
I'm shocked.
After 2 successive defeats and 2 of their team fired, the girls are facing up to some home truths.
The dynamics of the group are 4 very loud-mouthed girls. Unless we see that and work with it, we're still going to be in the shit. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says. Because not all of us, even though people are saying not all of us listen, we don't.
I think we're too good for them. Seriously, and I don't mean in an arrogant way. I think we've got a lot of individuals who've got a lot of experience, and a lot of know-how, and I just don't see that in the girls' team.
I have to agree with that.
I really
don't see
anyone there, or even more than one of them there, who could be described as spectacular.
We still got a long way to go, I can honestly tell you, because we'll do another task, we'll be sitting in the back of the van, we'll still be squabbling, one person will say this, and it'll be like...
We need to chat about that.
We're big time.
As a matter of
We
urgency.
need to identify our roles.
You can't ever underestimate your competition because they could come and surprise us.
No,
And we won't do that.
No, we don't do
won't
that.
ever
But I'm
do
just
that.
saying, as an observation,
Yeah.
you know,
At this moment
we
of
didn't fear
time.
them when they were 7.
No.
You know,
But
I don't think
they've
we
lost
fear them when they were
28% of their manpower,
Yeah, I know, but that
and
doesn't
they've
mean nothing.
produced
Seriously.
one of the worst
No,
names
just-
that you could think of. There's a pattern forming, and it's not looking good for the girls.
Traffic clockwise on the QE2 bridge. West of town, still problems in Kensal Green, Harrow Road. It's blocked off both ways.
7 a.m. The candidates are up already, waiting to find out their task for the week. But today, Sir Alan has a surprise for them. He's coming to the house in person to announce it. First, he has some unexpected news for Matthew and Adele.
Right, Nick, Margaret. I'm going to change things a little bit this week. Major change is going to be that I'm going to pick the team leaders. In the impact team, Matthew, I'm going to make you the team leader. What I want to see is any skills that you may have of leadership. Now, Adele, you fought for your position last week, and I think you might remember me saying that perhaps you should be a team leader. Well, you're going to be. So that's the first change.
Next surprise, a corporate reshuffle.
Adele, I want you to pick 3 boys to join First Forte. And Matthew, I want you to pick 2 of the girls to join Impact.
When Sir Alan picked me, I thought, oh cripes, because I've actually been trying to consciously keep away from being a group leader. But there's nothing you can do about it. You've got to do it. You can't duck out of it. So I did it.
So that's one. And Rachel.
Adele?
I'd like to pick Tim, Sebastian and Ben.
Each team now has 6 members. For the first time, boys and girls will work together.
I felt really happy that the teams were mixed. As one of the girls, I was quite intrigued about how the boys had been working and what their kind of secret formula was. So for me, mixing the teams up at that stage was exciting.
Immediate reaction when he told us he was going to mix up the teams was, heart just dropped. It was like, oh, no, shoulders down, blah, blah. I've made some really good friends with the other guys, and to be separated from them was not a nice prospect.
Now I'm going to tell you what the task is all about. Buying. Both teams are going to get a list of the same items which you've got to go out and buy. You've got to 5:30 and you've got to bring all the stuff back to the boardroom. And the team that comes back with the items on time and with most money left over is the team that's going to win. The team that comes back with the least amount of money will be the losers, and in that team, one of you will get fired. Margaret, she'll be tracking Impact, and Nick, he'll be tracking First Forte. Got it?
Yeah.
In less than 8.5 hours, everyone must be back at the boardroom. The newly formed teams gather in their offices to find out what Sir Alan wants them to buy.
A diamond. Right, Hatton Gardens.
Right, send that round. So the first one is a diamond. Oh, champagne. Oh, no. The specification, Bollinger, 96, Grand Année.
Well, do you know?
Yes. Oh my God.
Jelly deals.
Jelly deal. One bowl, approximately £4. $100. A bowler hat. Freeview box. Oh my God. A dental checkup. Do we actually have to buy it, or does someone have to go and have one?
Many people would argue that the buying of things is the key to their business. There's diamond buyers, there's gold buyers, there's buyers of components, there's buyers of textiles, and every single one of them has got an art involved in it. Whether you're buying one or whether you're buying 1,000, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't negotiate.
Project manager Adele starts by creating a job title for every person in her team.
OK, we have a bit of a structure now. Anybody who's deputising to me may, by default, if we lose, which no negatives now, but if, and we will have to have the if, they will be with me, potentially, in the firing line. So, Tim, I'd like you to be Deputy Project Manager. Are you happy to do that?
Definitely.
Now, I want a senior buyer. I want somebody who has strong negotiation skills, and I want then, obviously, we all help out in negotiation, but I want one person that's going to be doing all the talking, and then I want 2 assistants underneath that person. Who does that person want? I'd like Ben to do that job. Are you comfortable with that, Ben?
Fine, if that's what you want.
Yeah?
That's great.
I'd also like a PA, and what I want the PA to do is take all notes, minutes of meetings, set the agenda with me. Who would like to do that? Miranda, would you like to do that? Bear in mind, though, you are fairly senior, so, again, you may well be in the boardroom with me later if that decision has to be made. Are you comfortable with that?
Well, it's your call.
I'm giving you the option. Are you happy to be my PA?
Well, I mean, obviously I don't want to be limited in other aspects.
No, you won't be limited. We're all working as a team. Are you happy to be my PA?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to be, then...
I need you to make comprehensive notes.
You don't need a PA. What's a PA for? And even with her own assessment of what a PA was to do was to take notes and do that throughout the day. And I was like, we're not in a boardroom. We're running around getting items. You don't need someone to be running behind you with a clipboard writing down, yes, Adele did this at 5:03. It just didn't make any sense. It was a waste of effort.
And the only thing that you're allowed...
Less pushy as a leader, Matthew allows the stronger members of his team to dominate.
I can do. Right, OK.
No, but
what I was going to say was, though...
You're not delegating the task correctly. Can I just say? I'll tell you why. Because it's going to be based on location and product, and also personal strengths.
We're up against a wall.
Yes, we are. Hold on. So basically, James...
Matthew is, I don't think, project leader material.
Find out if the manager or owner manager...
But yet, he was sensible enough to realise that. So what he did was he played a sort of backward step, knew that he had a pretty good team, and let the team do whatever they needed to do in order to go forward. Right, OK, what's your cheapest one?
Do you have any idea as to where I can get a cheap and cheerful new...
Hello, my darling. I wonder if you can help me.
Have you got anything in stock? Because I need it for today.
A bowl of jellied eels. It's a matter of life and death.
Everything the teams buy must be brand new, but across London, prices vary hugely. Finding the cheapest suppliers will be a key part of the task. Then, everything will depend on negotiating the lowest prices with shopkeepers. Time is against them. London's traffic makes it hard to get around, and they'll be fined for any item they fail to buy. After a morning spent phoning around, both teams are ready to leave. They've been given £1,000 cash. Both teams split in half, each responsible for different items on the list.
Our tactics are, number one, personal strengths. So it's about people buy from people, and people sell nicely to people. So it's about personality.
Project leader Adele takes buying assistant Sebastian and her PA, Miranda.
I wish that I could keep my own book, because I know where all my own notes are, and it may well...
Well, don't give it to somebody else, then.
No, they took it off me.
You're getting into trouble a lot today, Sebastian.
I wasn't so happy to be split up, to be honest. Just because I come from a team where I understand everyone, I understand the dynamics, and I was thrown into a team where there was... it was much more political.
I'm getting into trouble.
You're not.
You took it off.
I don't know. Who was holding it?
Me!
I was holding it after you gave it to me because you
now?
took the A to Z.
Right, that's Covent Garden.
I think the girls are possibly slightly more egocentric than some of the boys are, and that makes it much harder to work with them.
Head up to North London.
They fight to have the last word, although it really doesn't matter who has the last word.
Right, you've got the pie and mash number. I'm sure you're having that.
Hi, pie and mash,
It was
please.
you that's dealt with pie and mash, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, you have it.
Pie and mash, London, please.
Sebastian, that he's got the number.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
Pie and mash.
Sorry?
I was talking to you and look at you.
Matthew's team starts with the champagne. Investment banker James leads them to a wine merchant in the affluent borough of Chelsea.
Hello, I'm James.
David.
Hello, we spoke on the phone.
We did, yeah.
Very nice to see you.
You want some Bollinger?
We do. What we're looking for is a Bollinger 96 Grand Année.
Grand Année?
75 centilitre.
Got one right.
They're selling it for a hefty £51.
I would love it if we could pull off something that we can have this lovely bottle, and if we could see if we could do it for your 12 bottle rate, on the basis that you really would like us to be customers, but what we're unable to do today is to buy the 12.
It'd be something I'd have to confer with a colleague on.
Can you
If you
confer with
bear with
colleague?
me for one
I
minute.
would be delighted to bear with you as long as you like.
If I'm buying more than one, I'll always try and negotiate. And I don't care whether it's a big department store or whether it's a small, two-bit shop. I will always try and negotiate if I'm buying more than one.
Hello
I
there.
think this is some sort of Tasmanian carpet shop or what?
If you're buying one of something, I actually feel quite uncomfortable about negotiating because I don't think, you're not playing the game. Why is it that they have 2 for 1, 3 for 1 kind of deals? It's because they want you to buy more.
And when people do become good customers, then we certainly do give them the better discounted price. But we can't discount things on the promise of people becoming good customers.
Right.
Because you might walk out of the door and, God help you, might be run over by a bus or something. You're
Well, I hope
buying-
not.
I hope you're not either.
Yes, I've got many things
but
to
I mean,
do
you know
in my
where
life.
it's at. I mean,
Yes.
the whole point of having a discounted price by the case is to encourage people to buy cases, to show willing, goodwill, and all the rest of it. I'm not going to give you the case price because that's too big a discount.
Right.
But we will do it at £49.
We can't squeeze a little mite further.
You said it.
Okay.
Leave it in limbo and come back. And we'll see if we can get anyone else. This is what the exercise is all about.
I know, it is all
I
about
mean,
that.
by all means, go and see if you can buy it cheaper elsewhere.
Yeah.
Can we hold on that price
Of course
because
we
we've
can.
got
Yeah,
to get the
absolutely.
best price.
Absolutely fine. I'm very, very happy for you to go away and see if you can do a better price than £49.
Or is there any way that if we were prepared to shake hands now and just do it and be done?
I'd do it at £49. Perfect.
You wouldn't even do 48.5 for us.
£49.
We're all getting on board now.
Are we?
They give up and decide to try elsewhere.
Yeah, we've got to go. We'll come back. Can you do us a favour and not do that? No, we're going. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
The other half of Matthew's team hunt for a cheap mattress in a less affluent area of East London.
Excuse me. Hello. How are you? You're okay. Can I tell? I'm looking for a single mattress. Okay, and have we got the description?
Yep. Just one single adult
like
mattress.
That, one adult mattress. Can you tell me how much your cheapest mattress is? £35. £35.
Because I've been in property for many years, I've bought about 1 million mattresses. So I know the price of it. So I knew that anything under £30 was a pretty good buy for a single mattress.
Sorry, what was your name?
It's very cheap, Leonora.
Leonora. Leonora, can you give it to me for about
25 pounds. Your boss will be very happy with 25 pounds.
No.
He'll be very happy.
I don't
He
think
must
so.
buy these for about 10 pounds. So 25 pounds, you made 15 pounds on top.
28.
Seven.
28.
Seven.
No.
Seven.
£30, 20, 29, 21, and it was sort of going like this. And then she landed on 28, and she wasn't budging on 28. So I just looked at Sarah as if to say, just take 28. We've got a lot to do today.
£28?
Yeah, done.
Okay,
Okay,
a deal,
cool.
a good old shake. Fantastic. Now, can you give me a receipt for that, please? That's lovely.
Should we hold it the other way and walk wide?
Paul, are you smiling?
Just not everyone
Smile.
over.
The other half of Adele's team start with the diamond. They head for Hatton Garden, the heart of London's jewellery trade, where the diamond they need can cost anything up to £200.
We've been to 3 jewellers now. We've had 2.
Ben finds someone selling it for £150.
Well, we checked all the ones that I initially started with.
That's our baby.
It's the one.
This is what you're after.
That's what we want.
Which is 18 point, purity VS2, colour H.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that's them.
Any of those diamonds, £150.
Having been appointed chief negotiator, he's now got to get the price down further.
I've always been told that I'm very streetwise, very smart when it comes to business, and very tenacious. I am
you know, for want of a better word, a hard new business salesperson, and quite aggressive at it as well. I mean, I want to buy it off you because you've been really helpful, and I've not got a budget of £150. That's the problem that I'm in. I mean, I've not got that money. If I was to offer you, say, 120 quid for one, could we do something, work something out on that basis?
No, a little bit more. A little bit more.
What's a little bit more?
125? 135, and that would be my bottom price.
Okay.
For one.
Okay, and that will be the lowest you'll go.
That would be the lowest I go. That's almost.
First 130. Yeah, something in between.
135.
At no point did I feel like begging. I would never do that. I mean, in negotiation, there comes a cut-off point. We have to turn around and say, look, okay, look, we've agreed that that's the price. Let's go in and do that.
Okay, done.
Well,
Thank you very much for that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Having struck a good deal, and quicker than expected, they leave Hatton Garden in high spirits.
Loving you, mate.
Loving you too.
But Adele's half of the team is falling behind schedule with constant disagreement over strategy. They've yet to buy a single item.
I'm going to run over. Sorry, guys. Do you sell decoders? Television decoders? Good. You don't. Thank you.
Right.
Continue on down.
Sebastian, stop running away. You cannot split up from us. I know that you're only trying to get across the road.
Have you got a price on those yet?
With me.
Okay, I'll stay with you.
Otherwise, we're going to get penalised for it.
I want to walk into Procom, so can we all please run...
We're not doing Procom, so we've been in there.
No one has time to stop for lunch as the afternoon wears on, and with less than 3.5 hours to go, Matthew's team pay the asking price for Rachel's dental checkup. She needs 2 fillings.
Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated.
But with everything taking so long, Raj is concerned.
Don't worry about the camera. Listen, right? You've got to think logically on this now.
It's difficult. It really is difficult.
Do not lose out on getting an item just because of the price. Yeah. Get the best possible price. But bear in mind, we need to make sure we get all the tasks.
Right, come, move.
Adele's group try shop after shop as they look for several things at once. Finally, they find a Freeview box for £68.
Thank you. Hurry up, Ishwa, because we're in a rush.
No problem.
Thank you.
Adele's deputy, Tim, thinks of a way to find a cheap bowler.
And obviously Dave is the chairman of the British Hat Guild, and we're after some information about bowler hats, where we can obtain one from.
And they buy it for £40.
Thanks for your help. You have a good afternoon as well. Bye.
Matthew and James are also behind schedule. They failed to find cheap champagne in Chelsea. Now they've been stuck in traffic for 40 minutes trying to get to Kensington.
I thought we were going to go over there.
What about going
Hang on,
what
it's
about
lights. We should be all right, actually.
Okay.
Actually, no, we can't, because we've got to go all the way around the fucking thing.
Their destination, a gentleman's hat supplier spotted by James in the yellow pages.
Because we're just outside now, and I just wanted to let you know that we're here, so I'll come down and say hello, if that's all right. Marvellous, thank you. Given these specifications here, which are that it needs to be stiffened, it can be wool or fur felt, it can be any colour, any adult size, and really I guess what we're looking to do is to find something which fits those specifications, is new, but is as cheap as possible.
These are all second-hand.
Ah. You don't do new at all?
That would go, that will solve that one problem then.
Ah, right. Well, no, we don't do new. I mean, that's not what we do.
I looked at Matthew, and Matthew looked at me, and I looked at Rachel, and Rachel looked at me, and it was just like, bollocks.
I just have some bowler hats.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
If you'd told me that,
Sorry. Right, oh, okay.
Right. We'd
Fine.
saved you the trouble. So
Can you? Yeah, we would have saved you trouble.
Right,
Do
well,
you have any suggestions as to where on earth we might go?
I don't know, maybe to the Far East somewhere? Here's the hat that would fit you. Let me just put this one on. We sort of tried to make a quick exit, but it was very difficult trying to make a quick exit. You know, James, who does spend just that little bit too long for me with the niceties and pleasantries and saying wonderful things.
Well, thank you very much indeed for your time. That's very kind. Okay. It has been a pleasure.
Might be a big disappointment.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. Hello there. Do you sell new bowler hats? New bowler hats. Right.
Thank you very much.
The other half of Matthew's team are still in the East End, where they're having better luck. Paul finds a small independent bank open for its first day of business.
Hello, good morning. I need 100 American dollars, please. £61.30. I'm sure we can do better than 61. Bureau de Change quoted me £53. I didn't want to go to the Bureau de Change particularly because I saw the Bank of Asia, it was your first day, it was a nice building. I thought these people will do easy better than £53.
Can't do any bargaining.
Come on. £50. £50 I have here. You watch this. £50 I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £50. You'll easy beat the Bureau de Change. Anything less than £53 will do a deal.
Come on there. £53 for the first day. We give you discount.
£53?
That's fine. I will take it.
Thank you very much. We'll take it. Right, there is 50. Does anybody have £3?
I've got 2.
£2. £2, £52.
Here's my
Look at
£2.
that, £52.
Oh, he's all right.
Is that a deal? Oh, it's a deal. Okay,
Nice one.
well done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Bank of Asia, Bethnal Green Road.
I think we better update you on our problems.
As they leave Bethnal Green, they get a call from James in Kensington.
Right, take care. Bye.
What have they got?
Nothing. Sounds of it. Well, no.
They're on with everything now. The thing with James is that because he buys a lot of beautiful clothes and expensive things, he goes to beautiful and expensive places.
And that's not the way.
You know, he was ringing up bowler hat people for 240 quid.
No, he's not that stupid though.
No, he rang them already. You know, and they were saying 200. He said, "Oh, I know this great chap that does bowler hats."
Yeah, but
you've got at £200.
Adele's group, still on foot in central London, haven't bought anything since the Freeview box.
Can you see her? Look, where's she gone?
I can look for a bit. If I'm in here, I can just ask. I'll come straight back out and I'll find it.
Hi. Just bear with me one sec. No, you're staying with me until we find her.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Do you sell jelly deals? No, not until we find her. Do you sell jelly deals? Right, Miranda, you do not split up from us. We have to stay together. Come back over here. No, come back. He's going off in one direction, she's going off. Now that I've found, she's got to come back.
Okay, but I'll be in here.
Right,
cool.
Can't split up.
Well, he's running off all over the place.
Yeah, I just told him off as well.
The other half of her team have found the champagne in Soho. Tim decides to negotiate after asking Ben for advice outside the shop.
And he was about, just remember, Tim, keep it succinct, just stick to the point and don't drag it on too long. So basically, how much does this, what's the value of this?
£44.95.
We're in the process of going around collecting several items, which we have to collect by a certain period of time. Now, we understand what the retail value of this is, and we understand what the cost value of this product actually is. What is the best price that you could give me on this particular bottle of champagne?
£44.95.
And there's no leeway on that whatsoever. I posed my proposal to him, and he immediately said he's not moving, and that was it. And all of a sudden, alarm bells go off in your head. You're thinking, "Oh my gosh, what do I do now?" Okay, I'm left with a bit of a dilemma, as you can see, from my side. If I was to offer, say, a couple of pence less than the actual retail price that you've got up there, we're talking not massive money. We're talking pence as opposed to.
So you mean £44.90 rather than £44.95?
Even if you can go to 44 dead.
I'll do you £44.90 to show willing.
£44.50. I'm not going to insult you by going in with further negotiations. Could we purchase this bottle for £44.90, please?
Certainly.
Thank you very much.
At 4:05, Sebastian gets a dental appointment. He has perfect teeth. But Adele's group still needs jelly deals and a mattress in just over an hour. The checkup costs £20.96, but Sebastian pretends he doesn't have enough.
Is that okay?
Yeah, the next day you pay 96 pence more.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Matthew and James finally buy their champagne.
We'll do it on this occasion.
Thank you.
But their team still needs a bowler hat and a Freeview box. With rush hour approaching, pressure grows to head off to the boardroom. Adele finds a supermarket with jellied eels on special offer.
Do you have jelly eels?
The other half of her team start their long journey back. And she tackles her PA, Miranda.
That's why I delegated it to you. That's what delegation means. If I tell you to do something, you do it.
But surely then you'd like to take the call.
£15 and £4.
No, I delegated that to you. That's why you're
Oh, so
my
you didn't
PA.
want to do it?
No, it's not that I didn't want to do it. I delegated it to you. So there's a difference. It's very simple in my mind. I delegated it to you.
Right, well, it was simple in mine as well, and I thought it was your job. But...
No, it's not my job if I've delegated it to you.
You asked me to make the call. I didn't know what I was saying to them at
well,
all.
Then you should have asked for clarification.
Right.
That's all. I don't want to continue it. It's not. I don't want any conflict here. All I'm saying is respect for me if you wouldn't question what I asked you to do. That's all.
You asked me to make a phone call. You didn't say with what
Miranda,
content.
I'm not prepared to discuss it anymore.
That's fine. Just make yourself more clear in future.
Have you got the eels already?
Yeah, we've got all that. All we need to do is get the mattress. We've negotiated a price.
Well, you need to go now then. Traffic is building up, so you do not want to be stuck in traffic.
Yeah, okay, bye. There's a bed there, single bed. Can we just stop a minute?
Yeah. No. Honestly,
no,
please,
let's just pull
Adele,
over.
please,
Let's just
focus.
pull over. Left. Can we just pull over here? It'll take 2 seconds. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get a price on the single mattress you've got. How much is it, cheapest one?
Cheapest single mattress,
Yeah.
45.
45. We've had a price of 35. Do it for that. We don't have it now.
We've got cash. We're ready to take it away now.
So is everyone in this day and age.
If you could do it at 35, it'd be perfect for us, and we'd really appreciate it.
We still have bills to pay at the end of the day.
I know. It's a massive, massive deadline. You'll be doing us a huge
Go on,
favour.
where you go?
Go on.
I'll play along with you again.
Thank you! Thank you so much! Thank you so much!
35, okay.
No, Sebastian, you're doing it. He's not going to fit. Just put it on the back seat.
Okay. And lift up.
Adele's team now have all their items, but Matthews are in trouble. He's given up on the bowler hat and is returning to the boardroom without it. They'll be fined £80. The other half of his team hope to improve the situation with a cut-price deal on the Freeview box, but time's running out.
Best is £78.
Uncle, £70 का दे सकते हैं?
We can't do it. Our cost is £81. I'll give you full discount, 18% plus VAT. 78.
70 तक कर नहीं सकते?
75 तक कर सकते हैं?
Sorry.
75. आज के लिए हमारे लिए
75 2 पाउंड या 2 पाउंड
2 पाउंड कम है
2 पाउंड तक कट कर दो प्लीज 75 तक कर दो
हां जी
75 I'll do it for you.
They started to talk money, and the money started to come down to about £80, then 78, then 75, and then it got to a sort of stalemate.
73.50.
That's the bottom price. Okay.
Oh, Uncle, you're very
sorry.
strong, man.
Very strong.
No,
Nearly
I can't do it. Sorry.
Are you telling me you cannot definitely get it cheaper? Because if you get it cheaper, then I'm going to lose this competition.
No. That's the best price we can do. Yeah.
Uncle, is that the best price you can do?
Come on. Enter Mr. Singh number 2, and there was a change in his eye, and there was a change in the eyes of the other person.
We are the Asian team, and they don't have the language skills on the other side.
Thrown in.
So we just want to make sure that we're getting the cheap.
Saira and Raj were then relentless against, the chap that we were speaking to.
74 then, yeah?
No.
No?
75.
Oh, is it 75?
Yeah.
I thought it was 73.
And the gentleman basically said, look, I'll tell you what.
You can take it free.
So you're going to give it to us free of charge?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God, that's amazing! Are you being real?
Yes.
So can we take a box now?
Yeah, you can take it
Don't
now.
question him anymore.
All right, let's take the box. Uncle, get us the box.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
But now they have another problem. They've got just 25 minutes to get back to the boardroom.
What I'm concerned about there is that if they don't get there on time, only the things that we've bought will count. Which is a nightmare.
Do you remember when we parked the car?
Yeah, down that way.
I mean,
normally you should be able to get here in that time.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
5 o'clock as well, though, which is just starting to
Well,
get
I know, it's 5:05 now.
Is your watch exactly right?
Bloody hell. When he said you can have it free, I was like, you what?
You know, I thought
he was in the Twilight Zone. What?
And I think it helped the fact that we spoke their language. You know, that's respectful in our countries, isn't it?
It is.
See that our language.
That's how I get away with murder.
I've got butterfly.
I'm going to ring them.
But let's not do it too often, because we'll only
No.
stress them some more and it won't achieve anything.
I'll ring them. We should ring them at 5:20.
5:15.
If we get there for 5:30 as it stands, we've done all right. We've done pretty well, but we didn't get the bowler.
But that was not really down to... We've done everything that was asked of us initially.
I'm just surprised they dawdled for so long to try and get that last product. But hey.
We will deal with that
When it happens, absolutely.
But remember, guys, also, we've saved money, so the bowler won't be too much of a hit.
As long as we get there on time.
Yeah, as long as we get there on time.
Hello, gang.
Hi, James.
Right, you in your car?
Yeah.
Whoever's driving you has to get their foot on it.
Angela, you need to get your foot on it from the other team as well, please. Foot down.
Where are you?
In Tottenham Court Road.
Tottenham Court Road.
Tottenham Court Road. Jesus Christ, you are
Get the flyover, get the flyover.
You are so going to have to get Angelo to do some speed driving, mate.
Angela, you so have to get us there. Seriously.
Sir Alan has a busy schedule, but he's never late. Matthew's group are first to arrive, but if the rest of his team aren't back soon, he's done for.
Hello, gang.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody? Good?
It's their rivals, Adele's team, who arrive next.
Hey up.
Hello.
Come here. Oh my God! There are so many
Come here,
blocks
come
on
here.
that.
I've never
Well
been
done.
so pleased to see you.
Oh my God!
Time to tot up the items and the prices. They're about to find out who did best. And in the losing team, someone's going to get fired.
Yes, Sir Alan.
Francis, will you send them in?
Sir Alan's ready to see you now. You can go through.
Thanks, Francis.
Tell me, why couldn't you get one of these?
Because, Sir Alan, we did a lot of shopping around, and the cheapest price we found was around about £90, £100.
I see. Margaret, give us the numbers.
Well, I've got the impact spend number, which is £447.38.
OK. Nick, First Forte, led by Adele, spent £506.94. Right. So, Impact, you done it. You won.
I have a very, very good team, and it's them I have to thank.
Congratulations, guys, yeah?
Well done, crew. Really well done. Honestly.
Well done.
Well played.
Anyway, folks, the good news is, Impact, I'm going out for dinner tonight. You lot are coming with me also, OK?
Oh.
To the same restaurant. One of the best,
as well.
one of the best Italian restaurants in London. We should have a good night. You lot, back to the house. Tomorrow morning, you'll be back here in the boardroom, and as you know, one of you is going to get fired.
The losers return to find a surprise from Sir Alan in the kitchen.
Yes. Enjoy, Sir Alan.
You want a beer?
Guys?
Hang on a minute.
It's the jelly eels.
You're not really.
I'm going to try one. Look, we bargained them. I'm going to try. I'm sure they're disgusting. I haven't eaten anything all day.
Can't do it. It's just too revolting.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
No,
honestly, they're not that bad.
No.
I think they're going to be a lot worse.
Why would
Look at that.
it taste salty?
Enjoy, Sir Alan.
There we go. Got 4 on now.
Listen, everyone, to a grand effort today, seriously.
Fabulous effort. And a
Very
lot of
good
hard
effort, Ben.
work.
Ben.
Some really brilliant
Cheers.
negotiating.
Well done, good effort.
For Matthew's team, it's Knightsbridge and supper with Sir Alan in his favourite Italian restaurant.
To absent friends.
To absent friends, yeah.
To absent friends.
We're thinking about them. Good luck.
Yes. But yet again, Team Impact did it again.
Indeed.
How you doing, folk?
Good evening, sir.
Has it been good?
Very, very
Thank you very much indeed for hospitality.
You're welcome. So anyway, you had a good day today. It was a long day.
Long, fast, hard day.
What I'm fascinating about is how did you manage to get that satellite receiver for nothing?
It's the Asian posse over here. It's a bit of lingo. It was Mr. Singh with the 2 Asian posse.
I don't think that they walked in, they sprouted a bit of the jargon and we walked out. We were in there half an hour fighting with that.
Yes, I should imagine. Yeah.
I'm a grafter dressed up in nice clothes.
We did, but by 11
I'm a real
o'clock, we
East
were
End
120
girl.
pounds up.
Valerio, thank you very much. He is a great man, this guy.
He's a great man.
He's a great man. He is a great man. He's the biggest ringer going. He started out a Tottenham supporter, and then when Abramovich bought Chelsea, all of a sudden he changed his colours.
You know, I learned from Sir Alan, you know, you go where the money goes, you know.
And could you thank your team in the kitchens because they've done a really good meal.
Thank you very much.
His mother's in the kitchen.
And I will say in Italy, viva la pasta. Viva la pasta.
Back at the house, Adele calls for a post-mortem.
Everyone was committed. Everyone tried their fucking hardest and their damnedest to make it successful, and it was very, very fucking close, guys.
Yes.
I mean, don't beat ourselves up about it. We did really, really well.
I have to say that we're a team. I obviously have to hold some responsibility. However, I can't accept that I have to hold 100% responsibility because we all had our part to play, and everybody has to accept that we all contributed to the success or failure. In our case, it's failure. So, well done, guys, but it just wasn't good enough.
Tomorrow in the boardroom, she'll have to explain why they lost, then pick 2 colleagues to join her and face being fired.
I'm not frightened of going into the boardroom. I'm happy with whatever decision she makes because I'll fight my corner the best I can.
I don't see what I've done wrong today. I mean, if Dale takes me into the boardroom, that's great, and I'm happy to go in with her and shake her hand and say goodbye to her. That's fine. Hi, Francis.
Hi, Francis.
Hello, Francis.
Hi.
Hi, Francis.
Thanks, Tim. Yes, sir.
Hi, Francis. Will you send them in, please?
Yes. You can go through now.
Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Francis.
Leave our bags here.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119,
Tim, what's it like, on behalf of the boys and yourself, being on the losing side? You don't seem to be so boyo about it at the moment.
I'm still as cheeky as ever. That hasn't changed. Yeah. That will never change my personality. But the fact is, it's a bit of a bitter pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, it's not something that I feel was it because of we made massive mistakes. It's we were beaten by a better team.
Adele, what was the strategy? Can you define? You tell me what it was.
Because of the nature of the project, I thought there's going to be a lot of telephone numbers being exchanged. I'm going to need some secretarial support, so I asked Miranda to give me that support and be my assistant, effectively.
Miranda was made a PA?
Yeah, she was my assistant. She was to assist me with making notes, writing down phone calls, and just keeping track of everything as it occurred during the day.
How did that work for you, Miranda, do you think?
I think being given the role of PA didn't fully exploit my skills. In my day-to-day business, I buy and sell stock and negotiate deals, buying in products. Adele knows this, and I was quite confused as to, with my knowledge, background, business background that I have, why she put me in the role of secretary, PA.
Let's get down to the brass tacks here. Starting from that end for no reason, who let the team down?
Every building has to have successful foundations, and the foundations, unfortunately for our building, weren't rock solid in the strategy. So I would say Adele.
Miranda?
I feel as though titles and roles were given to people inappropriately, and the structure that was initially put into place was more generic rather than identifiably focused on the task at hand. This led me to feel as though there was messy leadership and not much structure. So once again, I would have to say Adele.
Miriam?
For me, my biggest frustration on this task was a lack of definable structure and measurable achievements, and I think that didn't come down from the top, so I think Adele.
Not looking good, is it?
You always need a scapegoat, and it's very easy to blame the project manager.
Not necessarily.
And I would always be the first choice, wouldn't I? Because that's natural.
Tim?
I think basically everybody performed well in the tasks that were given, and if we were successful, the buck stops with the project manager. So I would say
exactly.
Adele.
That's what I say. That would go for say it without saying, yeah.
Again, I think everybody on the team gave it their best, but because we did lack some structure and some clarity from the outset.
Blaming the boss. Why does this remind me of football still? Everything that went on that pitch, I got the blame for, and I don't even play. Right, well, come on, Adele, then. It's down to it. You're going to have to pick two of your colleagues that are going to come back in this boardroom with you, because it seems to me that there's a kind of unanimous opinion amongst all these people that they want to blame you, they want to blame the boss.
Yeah, that's typical sabotage. I mean...
I wouldn't say sabotage.
Well,
and I respect you as the project manager.
I
And
understand.
I said at the beginning, I will sign up and do whatever is necessary to do that.
All right, come on. Give it to me.
OK, Miranda, because she was very, very aggressive throughout the day. There was no team spirit. She was always arguing with me. She certainly didn't keep the notes well organised. In fact, at most of the time today was 2 or 3 minutes myself looking for numbers because she hadn't organised herself effectively. In terms of Tim, he didn't communicate effectively. And thirdly, Ben's job as a negotiator I found extremely poor. He did the diamond. It was the first thing that he did. But then he seemed to just lose momentum. It was like, oh, I've done that now, I don't care.
Can I just say just one quick thing? Because Ben finished the diamond, and it's not like he sat back and just relaxed. Ben continued out through the whole day and was brilliant in terms of making sure that the energy levels were high, etc. There's no
I don't think you need to justify Ben. I think he should justify himself.
I can do the same thing.
Tim, very commendable, very commendable. I agree with Adele here. Ben, you should be talking for yourself, Ben.
Thank you, Tim. I was hopefully educating and supporting the people on how to negotiate, and I was hopefully giving them the verbal ammunition to go in there and negotiate.
If I could also say as well, I'm slightly confused as to your comment to say that I wasn't cooperating with you, because that contradicts the comment of congratulations that you...
No, I didn't give you congratulations.
PA skills last night.
What I said was at points during the day you were efficient, but at other points you were a hindrance, because what you were doing was running across the street. Can I just finish? At one point you were running across the street, and I think Nick witnessed this, and I couldn't find you, and I was erratic, thinking, where has Miranda gone?
You were erratic for most of the day,
and then
I noticed,
found,
so there wasn't much
Sebastian
change
in the
there.
shop, so that was fine, but then I looked, and you're over the other side of the road, and I had to say to you, Miranda, you can't run off. We have to stay cohesive and we have to stay as
Well,
a
I think,
team.
yes, yeah. But
And
I think
then
also
later on in the day...
Do I get a chance to respond
like you
to
are
you
now,
today?
can I just finish? What you're doing now, you interjected. When I asked you to make a phone call to the other team to see how they're getting on, you passed me that phone and said, you a project manager. I found that very intimidating.
That was
and
not
I thought
your
that
words.
was most rude.
Miranda, what's the point you're making? To be blunt about it, was it that you didn't like being called a PA?
I have no problem with being given a title, whether it be PA or anything else, when I feel that it's in the correct circumstance. I felt as though I delivered the job as PA exceedingly well.
Miranda, what tended to happen was that we were passing somewhere and you were like, right, OK, we'll just get out here.
I explained to you why I wanted to go to the East End.
Panic
Right,
stations.
enough. This is bickering. You sound like two old washerwomen arguing with it.
That's what I had all day yesterday, Sir Alan.
Name them.
Ben and Miranda.
For the rest of you, you can get off back to the house. You three, wait out there and I'll call you back in because, as you know, one of you is going to get fired.
Thank you.
It's nothing personal, basically. Just
This is business,
a
isn't
decision
it?
to make.
I've got an idea, but in my mind, I need to talk to him a bit more. I mean, I really do. I mean, I've got to stop this bickering because it's nonsense and try and get some sense out of it, really.
You'll get a disciplined answer from Ben, frankly. Well, the other two are just sort of at each other's throats.
Yeah. You're fighting for your position now, Ben. You tell me why you think you should stay and why someone else should go.
I think if we look at the reason I'm here, I'm confused why I am here. And I'll give you the main reasons behind that. Diamond was specifically given to me because it's the toughest, or perceived to be one of the toughest products to acquire. And I went in, and I think in comparison to the other team, I was £10 cheaper. I negotiated a £10 better deal. So I really would be quite concerned if I'm not walking out of this boardroom and going back to come back in and work with you again someday.
Miranda, tell me why you think you should stay here vis-a-vis this task.
I believe that I've been brought into this boardroom for no other reason apart from the fact that yesterday, when Adele initially labelled me as PA, she followed it up immediately by saying, you do realise that if we fail this task, you will be coming into the boardroom with me.
No, I didn't. That it's an absolute lie. And if Tim was here, he would back me up, and it's on camera, Miranda, so do not lie.
Just get to the bottom line, Adele, because, you know, it's not looking great here.
What I find in this situation is it's very, very difficult sometimes because we are all competitive. It's very, very difficult, and you always feel like you're rallying for position. You can't get a word in edgeways, and I just don't think that sometimes there's that respect. And that makes it in particular difficult, especially when you've got instances like yesterday when we're up against the time, and then you've got Miranda interjecting and arguing and running away, and it's just very, very difficult.
Once again, that was all
in
caught
those
on camera.
circumstances.
Everybody was running. We all ran because
you don't run over the road, but I don't want to
we ran
get
because
into
there
that,
wasn't structure. Once again, we were all panicking.
That's nonsense. We had to stay
because we
together.
had nobody who we could look up to as a figure of authority.
Yes, you did, but you'd run away without any instruction to do so. You were told to stay in a group.
Ben's been exactly the same. He was running down the street. Everybody was panicking. Everybody was trying to win the task because we had no structure from our leader, from our project manager.
Without telling me, you do not run over the road. And that is nonsense. And it's easy to have a scapegoat in this situation. It's very, very easy.
Ben, who should go?
I'm sticking with my original decision, which was Adele.
And Adele, who should go? There's three of you now. Who should go?
Miranda, because she hindered, without shadow of a doubt, she hindered my performance yesterday and made it very difficult in adverse circumstances.
And Miranda?
Adele should go without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, here's how I see it. Ben, there's accusations of you being a little bit lazy, You've defended your corner on that. Miranda, what I'm hearing here is that you basically rebelled, quite frankly. That's what I'm getting the vibes here, that you were kind of disruptive, didn't really want to go along with the authority, didn't like the position you got given and was disruptive. And Adele, you let me down, Adele. You have let me down. Really, you have let me down because I put my bet on you. I let you be the task leader this time. And I'm hearing bits and pieces about lack of control in certain areas and disorganisation. I'm very, very disappointed. I've got to tell you. But I'll tell you what disappoints me the most. Lack of respect for the leader. Bickering and arguing, wasting time. And on that basis, Miranda, I've got to tell you, you're fired. I'm sorry that you have to go, but that's life. It's back to the house for you two. Let's hope we meet again under better circumstances.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what saved that Adele again was, I tend to believe her, that she disagreed with her team leader the last time, but nevertheless she got stuck in and got behind her. What I can't tolerate is if somebody in the team who was, what I feel was disruptive. And therefore, if they're disruptive, they're no bloody good, because you don't need saboteurs in the team. You might not agree with what your boss is doing, but you've got to get your head down and get on and do it.
My feelings towards Adele right now aren't really malice of any sort. I think that she's a very confused person, and I think that she has quite a lot of insecurities which manifest themselves in many, many different ways. So in some respects it's almost pity, if anything. I know that might sound quite rich given the fact I'm in the taxi on the way home. But no, I mean, I'm completely confident with my position and completely thrilled with the experiences I've had.
One job, now 11 candidates. Sir Alan's search for his apprentice continues. Next week.
Now, I've got a friend of mine who's got a corner shop. It's called Harrods.
1 million square feet.
Matthew, do be careful.
7 floors.
Fuck it, I'll cross them out on the way down.
330 departments.
We need to review our strategy.
Have we got all the wrong products?
Yeah. The most luxurious department store in the world.
I think you've got enough problems yourselves.
I would fire anybody that produced that as a table.
We haven't peaked yet, have we?
As long as we get money in the till, I don't care what we do.
Teeth make smiles, and smiles make sales.